Today we talk about no excuses. Hello legends and super legends. Welcome to Veloharmony. Today's video was inspired by some of the comments I've received on the channel, some of the comments that we get in the group me when we visit Team RR. And then I have one of our legends on the Facebook. We have a Facebook Veloharmony club. And one of the members posted that I had to get out today. He lives up north and it's cold. And he said, I had to get out today. And the picture he posted, he looked like a bank robber. He had a scarf covering his entire face, blue scarf, and he was dressed appropriately for the weather. But apparently he had gotten cabin fever being stuck on the trainer for so many days in a row that he had to get out there. And that's what I decided to make this video about. And the reason why I call it no excuses is you can talk yourself out of doing anything. And you really don't need an excuse to not ride. If you don't want to ride, you're a grown person. Don't ride. Why you have to make an excuse? It's cold. It's this. Yeah, you know, it's going to be cold. When it's hot, we wear lighter stuff in the summer. When it's cold, you wear heavier stuff, warmer stuff. So there's no reason for that to be an excuse. It's cold, I'm not riding. It's hot, I'm not riding. When are you going to ride? I mean, who promises you a perfect temperature? What is a perfect temperature? There is no such thing. The weather moves. It's alive. It changes. So you need to adapt and deal with the weather if you're going to be outside. It's not just about riding. When you walk out your door to go to work, you decide whether you're going to wear a jacket or a coat or a long coat for the rain or whatever. You adapt, you adjust, and you go do what you want to do. So if you really want to ride, you will get out there. And so I wanted to make this video to just point out that you can ride all year. Cycling is not a warm weather sport. It's a lifetime sport. People don't ski in 75-degree weather. When they're skiing, it's cold. Okay. And what a lot of people are afraid of is they have chosen to not invest in the proper gear for the different seasons of the year. You know, if you ride in the summer with a heavy jacket, you guys have seen the group rides. There was a guy in there, and I'm not going to call his name. Those of you who saw it, I pointed it out. You wear a heavy jersey, let's say a midweek jersey in balmy temperatures, you will be hot. You will overheat. You will not be comfortable. The same difference. You wear a summer jersey or summer shorts in the winter, you will be cold. And if your body temperature is not optimal, your body takes energy away from your riding to regulate your temperature one way or another. Either you're going to sweat more or you're going to shiver, So right now I want to focus on why you don't need to make excuses if you really want to get out there. But before I get into that, I also want to stress that if you're one of those people that just don't mind being indoor on the trainer because you live up north, let's say Minnesota or wherever, another legend on the channel posted that, oh, this is where I am. I think it's Michael Kemp. He said, it's 19, so my season's over. No, it's not. There are people that ride out of mountain bikes or gravel bikes, even when there's snow on the road. If they choose to, they just wear the proper gear to be out there. That's like saying I'm not going to go outside because it's 19 degrees. People still get up and go to the store, go to work or whatever. They put on the proper gear. So if you want to be out there, if you're going hiking or whatever, you're going to wear the proper gear. So there's no reason. So when he said his season was over, I kind of smiled because I guess he's stuck to the trainer because that's what he chooses to do. The only thing that stops you from riding on the road, for one thing, is if there's snow, ice, and it's unsafe. Yes, don't go out. There's no point to that. You can be on the trainer for those days. But the point I'm trying to make is this. You have a whole week. You don't have to go out every day if the weather is challenging. What you can do is plan to say, you know what? I'm going to do my weekday sessions indoors on the trainer. And then you look forward to a weekend ride with your mates or by yourself that is long. Because I personally am not going to spend 20 minutes putting on stuff to go ride for a half hour. I go out in challenging weather. I'm doing at least 3 hours on the bike. And it's a lot more tolerable to be out there. It's more fun. It's more challenging to go out there and get a better workout than being stuck on the trainer. I could do that, but why? If the weather is not preventing me, meaning that the roads are not icy, because down here, that's what we deal with, I'll go out there if it's safe. In fact, yesterday, Paul and I went out and we got our first snow. He saw it dropping on me and he laughed about it. I did not believe it because I didn't see it. I just kind of, maybe it was. But then when I got home, my little daughter said it snowed at their school. So Houston got its first snow. Nothing stuck, but we got snow. So that means it was in the 30s most of the ride. We were riding into the wind for 2 hours. My face, my nose was cold. I did not have a balaclava on, but I had a thermal base layer that had a long neck and I pulled it up somewhat here. Now, this is leading into what I want to talk about. Those of you that live in 19-degree weather or whatever, what you might want to do is you wait till the warmer part of the day. You don't need to go out at 7, maybe 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. But the biggest thing that you need to focus on is, I'm trying to eliminate excuses. That's what this video is about. You need to make sure you cover your face. If it's 40, which is about 4C or less, and it's going to stay cold and it's windy, the wind chill will be less than that. So that means conditions where you can have snow or whatever, the air is too cold on your skin. So, when I rode with Paul yesterday, my face was my biggest discomfort. Everything else was fine. So in those instances, you have a choice. For example, balaclava. I'm going to put it on. Okay. This will go under your helmet easily. This is a balaclava. And this has a long neck. You stick it in your jersey or whatever you're going to wear. And you can put your glasses just here. This area here, I could have used this yesterday on the ride we did. But I didn't think it was going to feel as cold. You never can get it perfectly right. You just got to gauge it. And before I go forward, I want to stress that I may use two layers. The next guy may need 4. The next person may need 3. We all regulate temperatures differently. The only way you're going to know what works for your body is to wear stuff and get out there in the weather and check it out. You learn from experience to learn what you need. Don't just copy because somebody else is doing 2 layers that is going to work for you. Everybody's unique. And then the exertion level, if you're going to be riding hard, then you don't want to put on too many layers because then you'll get too hot when you start riding hard. So it's a tough balance, but there's no reason for you not to be able to go out there. I got this woolen cap here. They call it Belgian cap. This goes over my ears. I can wear this. I could have worn this yesterday. It would have been perfect. I had another hat that I wore. In fact, I told Paul, I said, man, I wish I would have worn this one because it would have been a lot more comfortable. And so you learn from one outing what you're going to do. We also have situations where it's 10C, like 4C to 10C. Some riders wear something like this where they just cover their ears under the helmet and then they put their helmet on. This makes you feel a lot warmer, believe it or not, just having your ears covered. That's another option. Skull cap. Okay. These are not new things. They're out there. But if you don't invest in them, then you're going to say, oh, yeah, it's cold. Well, of course, because if you're moving on a bicycle, you're going to generate wind chill. Cover your feet. 10C or less, I cover mine. Other riders can tough it out to like 5C or thereabouts, But if it's going to stay below 10C or below, you got to dress warmer. If it's going to go dip towards freezing, you got to step it up another level. That's when I start breaking in the heavier weight neck warmers. This is a heavier weight material. They're out there. And this neck warmer is really neat in that I can do this. It can be a balaclava. But the cool thing is the head area is not covered because it's very heavy. So I can wear it like this and just put on my helmet and that'll be good. And then if it gets warmer during the day, I can pull it down here. I can do this. I can even just bring it completely down to my neck. These are the little things that I call technical pieces. Okay, there's no reason why you cannot invest in these things so that you can ride throughout the year. So what I usually do is during the week, I plan to use the turbo as much as possible because, of course, even during the summer, I don't have the time a lot of times to go out. So I'll just do the turbo, do a short session. It's quick, it's efficient. But the weekends, weather permitting, that's when you get your longer rides in. And so if you ride indoors during the week, you won't have cabin fever knowing that you're going to go out on the weekends. And I think the gentleman on our Facebook group was stuck week and weekends indoors. And he just finally said, I got to get out there. And he was dressed appropriately. So the cotton cap, 10C will work, 10C or higher. When it gets really cold, this is not enough. You know, you can kind of combine it with that little wrap that I had on the ear. I'm just saying things are out there. You got liners. When it's cold, like yesterday, I wore these and this heavy glove. I wore the pink one, okay? The deep winter gloves. You can get them. You can wear gloves like these. This is waterproof. This one beads the water. No water will go through this, the material, the way it's made. The products are out there for us to use. So there's no reason to say, oh, it's too cold. I want no. You don't want to go. You don't want to go. I don't care to hear it's too cold. That's your choice. You don't have to ride. It's not a job, you know. So winter socks. I wear woolen socks in the winter. In fact, during the winter, I take all my summer socks and move them to the side and move all my heavy socks. That's what I wear. Base layers. This one has a sleeve. This one is sleeveless. Doesn't matter what brand. But the key is that they better be breathable. You don't want to be wet when you stop. If you're wearing the wrong material and you get sweaty under there and it stays there, does not evaporate, you will be cold when you stop. And that may be some of the reasons why people don't get out there. Either they don't know about these materials. That's why I chose to do this. Shoe covers are very important. They have different grades. I will not wear this one much below 4C because it's not as warm as this. And in fact, yesterday, after almost 4 hours out there, my feet started getting cold even with these. So I'm currently shopping for heavier overshoes for very cold weather because I don't want anything to stop me from riding on the weekends. That's when I can get my hours in, you know, and it's just best for the kind of fitness I like to maintain. So that's what drives me. I want to be fit. I want to keep my body in top shape. So I don't let the weather stop me. What I'm currently wearing now, you can even put as a base layer. This is a merino wool, long sleeve, deep winter base layer with a neck that comes all the way up if you want to. They got thermal base layers like protein base layer that Rafa has and other people. So let me summarize by saying that people ski in harsher conditions than we ride in. And the reason they're able to do that, they take advantage of these same technical wear that I'm pointing out. It's out there, it's available. So if you choose not to make yourself ready and have these things in your wardrobe, quit saying it's cold, I'm not going to ride. Just say, I don't want to ride today. Because if you really wanted to do it, you would find a way. Okay? I'm going to wrap it up. So no excuses. Get out there, get your K's in.